Welcome, friends, to a fascinating journey into the realms of the afterlife. In the next few minutes, we'll dive into the concepts of heaven, hell, and the afterlife, exploring their meanings, interpretations, and the impact they have had across cultures, religions, and philosophies. Whether you believe in these realms or not, this is a topic that touches every aspect of human existence. Our actions, our choices, and our beliefs about what happens after we take our final breath. Stay tuned as we embark on this exploration, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more deep dives into life's greatest mysteries. Now, without further ado, let's begin. The concept of heaven has captured the imagination of humanity for millennia. For many, it is the ultimate destination, the place of eternal peace and joy. In Christianity, heaven is often depicted as being in the presence of God, where souls are rewarded for their faith and good deeds. In Islam, heaven, or Jannah, is described as a paradise of gardens, flowing rivers, and eternal bliss, where the faithful are united with loved ones. Yet, the idea of heaven isn't confined to any one religion. Ancient cultures, like the Greeks and Egyptians, also envisioned a form of paradise, sometimes a heavenly realm where the righteous souls were taken to rest. Heaven, in these stories, is a place where suffering ends and happiness reigns. But how do we get there? This is where the journey often takes a turn, because while heaven sounds like the ultimate prize, getting there is rarely depicted as an easy road. Heaven is rarely depicted as an easy road. Advancing from heaven is hard work. It can be gradual, and the process. But what about those who don't make it to heaven? Let's now explore the other side of the spectrum. Hell. Hell, often seen as the antithesis of heaven, is equally embedded in religious traditions and cultural beliefs. It is depicted as a place of punishment and torment, a realm where those who have sinned, strayed from the righteous path, or rejected divine laws are sent after death. In Christianity, hell is a fiery pit of suffering, separated from God's love. In Islam, hell, or Jahannam, is described with flames, endless suffering, and despair for those who fail to live virtuous lives. In other cultures, hell may take on different forms. In ancient Greek mythology, the underworld was home to souls who didn't find peace. Some were punished, while others simply existed in a shadowy realm, away from light and life. For many, the idea of hell serves as both a moral warning and a representation of the consequences of unethical choices. But is hell truly about fire and brimstone? Or does it symbolize something deeper, an existential state of anguish? While we've seen what awaits the righteous and the wicked, there's a third concept, an idea that bridges the gap between heaven and hell. What happens in the interim? Enter the concept of the afterlife. The afterlife. The word itself sparks curiosity, questions, and contemplation. What happens after death? Is it an immediate transition to heaven or hell, or is there something else in between? Across traditions, the afterlife is depicted in many ways. Some believe in reincarnation, the idea that souls return in new forms to continue their journey. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the soul is reborn, and the quality of one's past life influences the next one. Here, the afterlife isn't a final destination, but an ongoing cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Meanwhile, other traditions view the afterlife as a time of judgment. In Christianity, for example, there is the idea of a final judgment day, where every soul will be weighed and sent to their eternal destination. Some faiths propose an intermediary state, like purgatory, where souls undergo purification before reaching heaven. But what do all these ideas of heaven, hell, and the afterlife mean for us in the here and now? Let's dive deeper into the philosophical and personal significance of the afterlife. The idea of an afterlife isn't just a matter of what happens when we die, it shapes how we live. For many, the fear of punishment in hell or the hope of reward in heaven influences how they choose to live their lives. It is often tied to a moral code, a sense of right and wrong that extends beyond this life into the next. Philosophers have long debated whether the afterlife is necessary to uphold moral order. Some argue that our actions should be driven by intrinsic virtues rather than the fear of judgment. Others believe that the promise of heaven, or the threat of hell, gives purpose to life and helps maintain societal order. But whether or not you believe in an afterlife, the concept touches the core of human experience. Our search for meaning, our fear of the unknown, and our desire for justice, both in life and death. As we reflect on the profound implications of heaven, hell, and the afterlife, let's step back and ask ourselves, does the afterlife truly shape our destiny, or do we create our own path? This is a related question to the previous one, but it attracts closer attention. Heaven, hell, and the afterlife, these are concepts that span across time, cultures, and beliefs. While some see them as literal places, others view them as symbols of the human condition, a mirror to our choices and actions. Whether you see them as real or metaphorical, these ideas speak to the universal human quest for meaning, justice, and understanding of what lies beyond the veil of life. At the end of the day, we may never fully understand what happens after we die. But what we do know is that the journey, how we live, how we love, how we seek truth, may be just as important as the destination. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. I hope it has sparked new thoughts and questions about the afterlife, the choices we make, and the legacy we leave behind. Stay tuned for more deep dives into life's big questions, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others who may find this conversation as intriguing as you did. Until next time, remember, every journey, no matter how long, starts with a single step. What will your step look like?